The movie Gosnell, the trial of America's biggest serial killer, hit theaters, and this is the most important movie of the year. Everyone watching this review now, if there is one ticket you're going to buy this year, this movie is it without question. I'm Ben Davies, this is Pure Hollywood. I bet you never heard of Dr. Gosnell, but don't worry, I didn't either, even though his trial was only 5 years ago. Needless to say, if Dr. Gosnell didn't run an abortion clinic and just for good measure was white, the rights for this story would have caused a literal battle royale fight to the death in the Hollywood Hills, for which studio would win the rights to the next Oscar buzz movie. The story is that crazy. However, that is not the case, and Hollywood and the media alike have steered as far as they possibly can away from the horror case that is Dr. Gosnell. If you haven't heard of the movie either, no surprise. I mean, look no further than the NBC News review for the movie. And NBC was one of the many news outlets that refused to even cover the trial of Dr. Gosnell. But hey, I'm sure the review is fair, right? They published the review by Robin. If you click on her Twitter bio, her own bio literally reads abortion access fanatic. Let me repeat that, abortion access fanatic. To review a movie about a horrifying convicted murderer who was an abortionist, NBC at least pretend to be objective. But I'm sure Robin's fanatic-like passion for abortions would not affect her review, right? Well, she slammed it. But maybe NBC will continue this logic for other movie reviews. Like have an active KKK member review 12 Years a Slave, or an open Nazi review Schindler's List. I mean, really, what a joke. But hey, that's no surprise. Anyway, fortunately, there are still some brave and very talented people still in the industry that literally had to use crowdfunding to get this movie off the ground because no studio would touch it before even that was taken down. But they persevered, and great people like director Nick Searcy and the Grand Supreme Emperor Andrew Klavan of the Daily Wire wrote the screenplay. There's a reason why the entire media world put everything against this movie. Despite the obstacles and lack of studio funding, Gosnell boasts a shocking 99% from viewers on Rotten Tomatoes and 67 from critics. And this movie will absolutely rock you to your core. As a movie, I give Gosnell a 5 out of 5. Gosnell is the most impressive low-budget movie that I have seen in years. And seriously, if there's one ticket you should buy this year, this is it. From the beginning, you are sucked into the tone and curiosity of this mystery horror that just unfolds right in front of you. And as events become clear and twists are revealed, you get to wrestle with the realization of, did this really happen? And this just brings you closer and closer to this horror show in front of you that you just wish was from the twisted imagination of the writer. But it's not. And there is also a wonderful performance by Sarah Jane Morris, who is absolutely captivating, alongside solid performances from Dean Cain, Nick Searcy, and Earl Billings. As a film, this is an unquestionable 5 out of 5. There are a handful of movies that after you watch them, they leave you changed. Long after the credits roll, you lay in bed thinking, revisiting, deconstructing what you just experienced. Movies that can do that are always in your top 5. Ted Baer, a great man and movie critic, told me that if you can make someone laugh and cry in a movie, it's a good movie. And this is undoubtedly true. However, there is an even higher achievement to be reached from the audience. And that's when a moment sticks with you, changing the way you see the world. And this really speaks to the writing of Andrew Klavan here, because of the way this reaction was elicited from the audience. They didn't use shock, they didn't use gore or obscenity to get that reaction. It was all done through observation and reason. You see people on screen come to grips with their own reality and they're forced to confront it. And because the characters and situations are done so well, you can't help but not feel it yourself, just wrestling around in your own mind afterwards. And there are 2 moments in the film that I've absolutely not been able to shake since I've left. And let me know in the comments section how you felt after the piano recital scene and in the court when you find out there were other bodies on the shelf. Unreal. My Faith and Values is a 5 out of 5. Another testament, one of the best parts I think of this film is the important political debate brought up through this movie. The pro-life and pro-choice crowds do collide, but not in picket signs and slogans. No, and that's one of the things I love about this movie. It's how it's presented. Both arguments are shown in their strongest forms, and then you become the jury. You get to decide how you see life and the value of a human soul. This movie will absolutely change your life forever. Please go see this movie in theaters. I'm Ben Davies, this is Pure Hollywood. Did you enjoy that video? Of course you enjoyed that video. So now you need to become a premium member to the Rebel. That way you have first access to Pure Hollywood and the entire Rebel lineup.